Welcome to the Berserk Monster Manual, a new video series I'm creating to give you the rundown on every grotesque, cute and cuddly, or extremely powerful, or legendary creature in the story of Berserk created by Kentaro Miura. A dark fantasy tale that's filled to the brim with demons, monsters, and otherworldly beings. This series will be dedicated to taking each creature and giving you all the information you need to know should you ever encounter them. Dungeons & Dragons is a game that has always come with a monster manual giving the stats of the fantastical beast of its world, and consider this the Berserk version of that. And I'll also be diving into where the ideas for these creatures came about in our own real world as well. And we're going to start off with the Trolls, because I've been talking about them a lot in my Berserk manga analysis series, so why not just stay on topic with one that's fresh in my mind, and we can talk about these cute cuddly creatures and all they get up to. So let's get started. Now the term troll dates back to Norse mythology and roughly translates to something along the lines of fiend or demon. In the original mythology, they were similar looking to humans and lived in caves with small family units isolated from the rest of humanity. In Scandinavian folklore, they are similar, also living in small groups away from humanity, but with the added fact that they are usually very old and very powerful, yet small-minded. Also with the Scandinavian folklore, they have a very similar look to humans, but with the added piece of information that the trolls were not Christian, adding to the fear that the people had for the trolls, and that they would also kidnap people from time to time. Trolls have remained in the consciousness of mankind for centuries in hundreds of stories and folktales. A famous one is the Three Billy Goats Gruff, a children's story about how three goats need to cross a bridge where a troll lives underneath, and in a lot of stories you'll find the trolls are living underneath bridges and stuff like that, which makes sense coming from the legends that they used to live in caves or dark places away from people. Trolls continue to be used in many forms of fiction. The movie Troll is a classic horror film, if you want to call it that, with a bizarre musical sequence that's kind of stuck right in the middle of the movie. And Troll 2 is one of the most famous so bad it's good movies ever made, even though Troll 2, they're goblins and not trolls in the movie, but, that's a whole other story. In Berserk, specifically, trolls are first mentioned in chapter 196, where a farmer warns Guts and company of a pack of them in the direction that they're headed. In chapter 197, we see a troll for the first time. Miura draws trolls as small, hunched-over creatures covered in fur. They also have a long snout similar to like a rodent with sharp teeth and don't speak any discernible language. Along with the folklore, the Berserk trolls also travel in small packs, but seem to have little regard for their own kind, because when trolls are injured, other trolls will eat their own wounded. Nothing goes to waste, I guess. But again, going similarly to the folklore, Berserk trolls ravage farms, eat livestock, and kidnap people as well. They have limited intelligence, but at least enough that they do contrast some of their own crude weapons, but mostly they just steal them from humans, sticking with simple ones like clubs, maces, and axes. They seem to act instinctively and in a ravenous way. Along with kidnapping and eating livestock, they also rape women without a second thought. Just a primal sexual desire, and they're powerful enough to do it by force. The most disgusting part about this is that the trolls can actually impregnate human women, but the infantile trolls basically rip out from the inside like a xenomorph from Alien and eat the human mother host alive shortly after. Highly doubt any details like that were in the original Norse mythology. Casca and Farnese witnessed this firsthand when they were taken to a place called Klippoth, where the trolls reside. In Berserk, trolls are what are considered astral creatures, meaning they come from dark parts of the astral world. Klippoth is like a dark, disgusting border between the astral and physical worlds. In Berserk, the troll's very existence stems from the collective human fear of monsters. Fearing and sharing stories and legends of these creatures creates this kind of dark energy in the minds of mankind, and thus trolls are basically willed into existence. It would appear trolls' strength does exceed that of a regular human, but they aren't impossibly strong. A small group of humans could kill a troll just like they would a wild animal. The problem is that trolls rarely ever travel alone and are always in groups or packs. And a pack of trolls is kind of like a horde of zombies. They can't be reasoned with and will simply overwhelm you with their numbers. But they are vulnerable to any weapon that would hurt or kill a regular human or animal. Swords, clubs, pitchforks, anything like that. So you got one in your backyard, just call 2 or 3 friends over and you could corner it and kill it. But if you got about 10 or more, it's all over and you will be massacred or worse. They're also vulnerable to magic and spells, as a pack of them are completely obliterated when Shirake creates a protective barrier around a church, and more of them are washed away when Shirake uses magic to control water elementals. The last time trolls were seen in Berserk is during the blast of the Astral World, letting loose all kinds of mythological creatures into the physical world, so we probably haven't seen the last of the trolls in the Berserk universe. And that will about do it for these cute little rascals. Let me know what you think about trolls, and if you like this idea for a video series. And if you do, what other Berserk creatures or monsters would you like to see a video on? Please comment that all down below. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Give it a like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll talk to you next time.